Alright, good morning. Assalamu alaikum. How are you today? Very good, very good. Alright, last time we talked about the paragraph and we talked about sentences. And we said that a sentence, there are three conditions for writing a grammatically correct and meaningful sentence. What are they? Yes, please.
The good sentence should have subject, verb, and complete meaning.
Yes, there are three requirements for writing a grammatically correct and meaningful sentence, which are: it must have a subject and a verb and expresses a complete meaning. So I want you to keep this in mind. Whenever you write a sentence, write it as having a subject and a verb and a complete idea. Now today we're going to look at the first types of sentences, because there are different types of sentences that we write, and it's important to write different types of sentences to make your writing at a higher level and a more sophisticated and interesting writing. The first type of sentences is called a simple sentence. What is a simple sentence? What is a simple sentence? If anybody knows, what do we mean by a simple sentence? Yes, please.
A sentence consists of verb, subject, and object, and the completion of the sentence.
Okay, so it's very much like what we talked about last time. It has a subject and a verb combination, or subject and a verb pair. For example, a sentence like this one is considered a simple sentence. I live in Gaza. So a simple sentence is one, or is a sentence that has one subject, one verb, one subject-verb pair. So just remember that every simple sentence should have at least one subject and one verb combination. Let's look at some more examples. For example, Maryam travels to Amsterdam every year in the summer. What is the subject here? Maryam. What is the verb? Travels. And there is the completion or the subject complement, which makes a sentence complete. So this is something that we call a simple sentence because it has a subject-verb pairing. A subject-verb pairing. Okay. All right. Sometimes we can write, or we can have a compound subject. For example, Maryam and Tom travel to Amsterdam every year. So here it is still a simple sentence, but it has not one subject, but more than one subject. So we call it a compound subject plus a verb in this sentence. Another one is, for example, we can have a compound subject and a compound verb. For example, Maryam and Tom travel to Amsterdam and visit. So the subjects here are Tom and Maryam and Tom, and the verbs are travel and visit relatives. Okay? So what we mean here is always that whenever we think about a simple sentence, it has a subject and a verb pair. Sometimes I have more than one subject, sometimes I have more than one verb. Let's quickly do this exercise. Decide what is, or where is the verb and where is the subject. What is the sentence type? Is it an subject-verb sentence and we call it SV sentence? Or is it a subject-subject sentence, SSV or SSVV, and so on? Let's look at the first one. The car stopped. Yes, please. It's a simple, of course it is a simple sentence. It is subject and very nice. So it's a subject-verb sentence. Okay, the next one. We were happy to see him. Yes, please.
Subject and verb.
Yes, it is we subject and verb subject. Still an SV, simple sentence. The third one. Sammy and Chris were late. Yes, please.
Sammy is the subject and Chris is the subject.
Is the verb? Sorry, is the subject? Yes, sir.
Were late is the verb SSV.
Just only the verb were. Okay. Yes, it is. So it is an SSV sentence, simple sentence. Number 4. Sammy and I were late. Yes, again, subject, SS, and V. Subject, and where is the verb? Okay? Yes, please.
Huda ate
pancake and drank coffee. So, Huda is subject, verb, and drank verb. So it's an SVV. Alright? Now, and the next one. Yes, please. Subject, verb, and watch is another verb. So it's subject, verb, verb. Okay? The next one. Yes, please. And? Okay. Subject, subject, verb, and drank is also another verb. So it's SSV, V. And finally, Chris and I played football and watched TV. Yes, please. Subject, verb, S, V, and V. So these are still called simple sentences, but we can have more than one subject, and therefore we call it a compound subject. A sentence which has a compound subject, or a sentence which has a compound verb. Is this clear?
Yes.
Right, what I'd like to ask you now is to write three sentences. One is an SV, the second one is SSV, the second one is SSV. Yes, please. Write three sentences. One type is a simple sentence which has an SV structure, a subject and a verb only. A second one is a sentence which has a subject and a verb. And the last one, SSVV, two subjects, or a compound subject and a compound verb. Okay, let's see. The first type is a subject-verb sentence. Yes, please.
USA sit in the heart of Jerusalem.
Okay, USA sits
In the heart of Jerusalem.
Okay, alright, so we have a subject and a verb, a clear subject and a clear verb. Yes, please.
My find is English.
My
Find is English.
What is my find?
My favorite.
My favorite subject is English. So my favorite subject is the subject and is the verb. Very nice. Yes.
My mother cooks food every day.
Very nice. Okay, let's look at the second type. Subject plus a verb simple sentence. Okay? Yes, please.
Noor and I studied for the exam together.
Okay, very nice. Noor and I studied for the exam today, or for the exam yesterday or today. Very nice, very nice. Yes, please.
There was a Cold War between the Soviet Union and the USA.
Okay, let's look at this one. There was a Cold War between the Soviet Union and the USA. Is this a simple subject and a verb, or a subject verb? There was. It's actually the first time. There was. So there was. So it's still the first time. We're looking at the second type right now. Yes, please. My father and my mother travel to Cairo every now and then. Very nice. Yes, please.
Israel and the Arab world launched a war to work together.
Okay, very nice. We have a subject and a verb combination. Subject, and a verb. Yes, and finally?
My sister and I recite the Holy Quran every day.
Very nice. My sister and I recite the Holy Quran every day. Let's look at the third type. Subject, verb. An easy one. Yes, please.
My friend and I are going to the market and making shopping.
Very nice. My friend and I are going to the market and making shopping, or going or doing shopping. Okay? Very nice. Yes, please.
My mother and I clean the home and visit my
Very nice. My mother and I left home and visited some relatives or some friends. Okay? So this is what we mean by a subject verb. A simple sentence, although it can sometimes have a compound subject and a compound verb. Let's look at our textbook, page 20. Page 20. Alright, what we have here is just a table that illustrates what we were talking about. Let's just look at the table, okay? For example, number 1 at the bottom of the page. Alright, my younger sister speaks English. Well, this is an SB. My mother and father speak English, so it's an SSB. My mother and father speak and write English, an SVV. My parents will retire, sub SV, and then they will move into a small apartment and live with my older brother and his family. So it's an SVV sentence. Just remember, these are still simple sentences. All right. Let's look at the following page and the paragraph titled "My Grandfather." My grandfather. Okay? What I'd like you to do is to underline the subjects and the verbs in every sentence in this paragraph and decide what is the type. Is it an SV, SVV, or SSVV, and so on. Yes, please. Alright, let's see this paragraph. Let's decide where is the subject and the verb and what is the sentence type in each one of these sentences. Yes, please.
My grandfather is old in years, but young in his spirit.
Very nice. The subject is my grandfather. The verb is the verb. Very nice. And the verb is. Very nice. Alright, the next one. Yes, please.
He swims a mile and works in his garden. He is subject.
He is subject.
Swims a verb and
and works is also the verb. Very nice. Yes, please.
He and grandmother have 4 children and 10 grandchildren.
Very nice. So he is the subject.
My grandmother subject
Is another subject.
have the verb.
And have is the verb. 4 children and 10 grandchildren. Very nice. Yes, please. Over there.
My grandfather throws parties and invites our
for a big dinner on this birthday.
Yes.
My grandfather
Is the subject. Loves is the verb. And invites is also another verb. On our entire for a big dinner on his birthday. Yes, please.
All 20 of us eat and the toasters hold the night. All 20 of us subject.
Yes, all 20 of us is the subject. Eat is the verb. Eat and tell is also another verb. Okay? Yes, please.
He never gets tired and is always the last to go to bed. He
Subject. Gets is a verb and is also another verb, or is the last to go to bed. All right. Yes, please.
My brothers and I gave him a present.
Yes, on his last birthday, my brothers and I, subject, yes,
I also subject.
subject, verb, sorry, subject, and gave is also the verb. Yes, please.
We got our money together and bought him a video game system. We
Subject,
both
verb, we put, and bought is also another verb. Very nice. Yes, please.
Now he invites us to his house every weekend. We have his subject and
Invites is the verb. So it's an S. Very nice. It's an SV sentence, simple sentence. And finally, the last sentence.
My grandfather will always seem young to me. My
Grandfather is the subject. Will seem. Very nice. Is the it's an SV subject. Okay, it's the simple sentence. All right. What I'd like you to know to do now, the paragraph that you wrote as a homework, what I'd like you is just to quickly read it and underline the subject and the verbs or verb in every sentence that you wrote. Okay. Look at the paragraph that you wrote as a homework and just identify the subject and the verbs in every sentence that you wrote. Very quickly, please. Just underline it, please. Alright, let's see. Who can give me some examples of sentences they wrote? Yes, please.
The internet is indeed a wonderful and amazing addition in our lives. The internet is subject, is the verb.
Yes, the internet is needed is the verb. Okay, it's in the passive. The internet is needed, so it's a subject verb sentence type. Very nice. Yes, another example.
If we use it in a good way, we can gain benefits from this.
We is the subject and
Use verb.
very nice.
We subject can gain verb.
Very good, very good. Yes, please.
The internet allows people from all over the world to communicate and make information available. The internet subject allows verb and make.
Alright, to make is not actually the verb, is something called a non-finite verb. It's not really the main verb in the sentence. We'll talk about this later.
Yes.
But the internet allows, this is the subject verb for the sentence. And finally, yes please.
The internet connected the world and they make it as a small village.
Okay, the internet is the subject, connects is the verb, and makes is also another verb for this sentence. Very nice. Is this clear?
Yes.
Alright, very nice. So this is the simple sentence structure. We'll come back to this topic later on, inshallah, throughout this course when we talk about different types of sentences, such as the compound sentence structure and the complex sentence structure. Now we come to an easy topic that you are familiar with, but it's good to visit it and remind people of these things. It is about the use of and or as connectors, as connecting words, as linking words between words, and we'll come to this, we'll talk about connecting sentences later on, but we're talking about connecting words at this time. When do we use and? Clearly, we use it to connect two or more similar things in positive sentences. For example, I like Chinese and Italian. So it's a linking word, it's a connecting word, and between two words, Chinese and Italian, Chinese food and Italian food. Another example, we have classes on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So and, the first use of and is to connect between things in positive, in affirmative sentences. Or connects two or more similar things in negative things. So it's, for example, I don't like warm milk, or I don't say I don't like warm milk and cold coffee, but it's warm milk or cold coffee. And we don't have classes on Thursdays or Fridays. So again, or is used to connect between two or more similar things in negative sentences. There is a second use for or, which is to connect two or more choices. And this is something that we know. When you have an option, when you have more than one option, we can use always or as a linking word between these different choices and different options. For example, do you want to stay home or go out tonight? Or another example, my mother or my father will meet me at the airport. So my mother or my father. Is this clear?
Yes.
Very nice. Let's look at page 24 in your textbook. Alright. What we're going to do is to write these sentences in this page, trying to use and or. Okay? Very quickly, please. Alright? The first example is done for us in this exercise. For instance, I like chocolate ice cream. I like coffee ice cream. The answer would be I like chocolate and coffee ice cream. Let's see the second example. Yes, please. Alright, very nice. I can speak and understand English. Very nice. Yes, please. The next one. Yes, please.
I can't speak and
I can't speak Tagalog and or Japanese. I can't speak Tagalog or Vietnamese.
Yes, teacher.
Very nice. The next one. Yes, please.
Blue and yellow are my favorite colors.
Is that correct? Yes. Blue and yellow are, not is, because we have two subjects. Blue and yellow are my favorite colors. The next one, number 5. Alright, number 5. Yes, please.
Would you like soup or salad?
Yes, would you like soup or salad? Would you like soup or salad? Because here we're having choices or alternatives. Would you like soup or salad? Number 6. Yes, please.
You can eat pizza or take it home.
Very nice. Also, we have options here. So you can eat pizza here or take it home. You can eat pizza here or take it home. Alright, yes, please.
Helen Keller, a famous American woman, was blind. Helen Keller, a famous American woman, was deaf. Helen Keller, a famous American woman, was blind and deaf.
Very nice. Helen Keller, a famous American woman was blind and deaf. Was blind and deaf. Very nice. She was blind and deaf. We have two things, similar things in a positive sentence. Yes, please, over there.
she couldn't see, she couldn't hear, she couldn't see or hear.
Very nice. She could not see or hear. And number 9. Yes, please.
With the help of her teacher, Helen learned to speak and became a famous spokesperson
for people all over the world. So with the help, very nice. With the help of her teacher, Helen learned to speak and became a famous person for handicapped people all over the world. So this is what we mean by using and or and is used to join similar things in positive sentences, and or is used for alternatives, for choices, and or to join things in negative sentences. Okay? Let's do just the last exercise. What I'd like you to do is to write 2 sentences. One sentence with using and another sentence for using or. Yes, please. Alright, who would like to write her sentence on the board? Yes, please. Very quickly. Who would like another volunteer? Yes, please. Amen. A sentence using or. Okay. A sentence using and, please. Just over there. Over there. Yeah, it should be fine.
With or.
Yes. All right. There's something missing. Yes, please. Very nice. Excellent. Very nice. Very nice. So the first example is I like reading and writing stories. Second example is would you like pizza or salad? What is your sentence? Yes, please.
I don't have academic writing on Mondays or Saturdays.
Very nice. I don't have the academic writing course on Mondays and Saturdays. Very nice. Yes, what is your sentence?
Freedom and justice is the most important thing in our life.
Okay, freedom and justice are, don't forget that verb, subject-verb agreements, are the most precious things on this planet. Yes, please.
The problem is trust and honesty.
The problem is trust and honesty with a lot of people. Okay, very nice. Okay, now just the last thing, we can also not only use and or to join words, we can also use them to join sentences. Just let's look at the next page on page 25. There are examples of joining and using and to join two sentences. For example, example 1. I am a man. I am famous. It becomes I am a famous man. That's easy. It doesn't require too much thinking about it. Number 2. I have white hair. I have a long white beard. Becomes
I have
white hair and a long white beard. So also we can also use and to join two sentences. Let's finish with this last exercise on the following page. And the example is who am I? The riddle is who am I? Okay. I am a cartoon animal. I am famous becomes I am a famous cartoon animal. Let's join each pair of sentences and into one sentence. Yes, please. All right. Let's see. Number 2. Number 2, it's an easy one. Yes, please. Yes, please. Here.
I have a big black ears.
I have big ears. I have black ears. I have. Not me. It's just that person. Okay. I have big black ears. The next one. Yes, please.
I always wear red shorts and wear white gloves.
Okay. I always wear red shorts and there's no need for repeating the verb wear. Okay. I always wear red shorts
And what the gloves?
and white gloves. All right, the next one. Yes, please.
I look like an animal and I talk like a human.
Very nice. I look like an animal and talk like a human. All right, the next one. Yes, please.
I live and work in a place like Disneyland.
Very nice. I live and work.
In a place.
That's right. Yes, I live and work in a place called Disneyland. Number 6.
Yes.
All right, number 6. Yes, please.
In Disneyland, I stand around and smile.
In Disneyland, I stand around and smile a lot. Okay. And yes, please.
I usually tear up with my friend.
Goofy.
I usually team
Uh-huh.
up with my friend Minnie.
Yes.
I usually team up with my friend Goofy or my friend Minnie.
Or my friend. Me. All right. And now the last one. 8. Together. Yes, please.
Together we greet visitors and
Pose for, very nice. Together we greet visitors and pose for photographs. I think you know this character. It's Mickey Mouse. All right. So this is what we mean. What we talked about in this class is that a simple sentence structure can sometimes have one subject and one verb. Sometimes has a compound subject or a compound or a compound verb, and we also discussed the use of and or, okay, and to join words and to join sentences. Next time, inshallah, we'll start looking at the structure of the paragraph, and then we'll talk about topic sentences, and we'll get to the actual writing of the paragraph. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next class, inshallah. Thank you.